Hello there everybody, it is Tegan here again today, and for this video I'm going to be doing my September/October book haul. Now I picked up 8 books in the last 2 months, and I am very excited to share them all with you because I love all the books that I picked up this month. Well, I haven't read them, but I'm just very excited to read them, and I have read 2 of them, but I'll get into that. So yeah, I guess I'll just jump straight in and let you guys know what I bought over the last 2 months. So the first book that I picked up was Forever Young, The Story of Troye Sivan by Alana Wolf. Now this book I mentioned in my wrap-up, which went up yesterday, and I mentioned that I got this when I was in Brisbane with a few of my friends, and we just had to get it. Like, I saw it and I was like, okay, Troye, I need to buy this because if you don't know, I am a massive fan of Troye. Like, Troye Sivan is my everything. I've been watching him since the very beginning on YouTube, and I just love him so much. And yeah, so I just had to pick this up and look at it and read it. It's basically just a book with a bunch of pictures and just facts and stories and stuff about him, and I did know the majority of the stuff that's mentioned in this book before reading it, but it's just always nice to read stuff about your favorite people, so that was the first book that I picked up over the last 2 months. So the second book that I picked up was Dreamily G by Lucy Keating, and this book I picked up for the book club that I was in, and we read this, and I did really enjoy it. I definitely enjoyed it. I mentioned in my wrap-up that I gave it like 3.75 out of 5 stars because while I did really enjoy it, obviously it wasn't the best book I've ever read, but yeah, it was still really good. And basically what this book is about is it's about a girl named Alice who has been dreaming up this boy named Max for as long as she can remember, and then one day she moves to a new place, and in one of her classes is Max. And so she's trying to just figure out why Dream Max has suddenly become real life Max, and she's just really confused, and it's just about that. And I did enjoy this. I would definitely recommend it to those who want a bit of a fun read. The next book that I picked up was Red Queen by Victoria Aveyard. And I have actually read this book before, but I didn't own it because when I read it for the first time, I got it from my school library, and so I didn't actually own the book, but now I own it, and I'm very excited to like reread this and just jump back into the world because I really did enjoy this book. I found it really super interesting, and I am just really glad that I finally have my own copy. So basically what this book is about is it's about a girl named Mare who lives in this society where there are people with red blood and there are people with silver blood. And the people with red blood are just normal commoners. They're normally the poorer people, and then there are the silver bloods who have powers, and they're normally the richer people. Mare finds out that although she has red blood, she actually has powers. And it's just about her figuring that out, and the Silver's trying to hide this from everybody else because they don't want everybody knowing that she actually has a power. And I did really enjoy this, and I would definitely recommend this book to anybody out there. I feel like anybody would enjoy this. The next book that I picked up is actually one that I am currently reading right now, and that is Red Rising by Pierce Brown. This book, my geography teacher has been bugging me to read so much. He keeps saying I will enjoy it so much and that I will absolutely love it. And yeah, so I finally went and picked it up, and I am enjoying it a lot so far. I am about 60 pages into it, and I am definitely enjoying it. It's more very sci-fi, and I've never read a really sci-fi book before, but I am definitely enjoying this one. I'm finding it really interesting, and I just love the concept of the book. All I really know about this book so far is that it's about a guy named Darrow who lives on Mars, and he's basically humanity's last hope. He's a part of the Red group, and basically the Reds are humanity's last hope, and then things start going weird, and he figures out stuff that he didn't know before, and things start changing in the world that he is in. And yeah, I'm very excited to read the rest of this, and I'm just excited that I'm finally reading it because, like I said, my geography teacher has been bugging me to read this book for so long now, so I'm finally going to be able to tell him that I've read it. The 5th book that I picked up in the last 2 months was Empire of Storms by Sarah J. Maas, and this is the 5th book in the Throne of Glass series. I have actually only read about half of the first book. Yeah, but I owned them all. And I saw this at the store and I had to have it because, like, I might as well keep caught up with the entire series. And I have read A Court of Thorns and Roses, and I absolutely adored A Court of Thorns and Roses. And like I said, I've read half of Throne of Glass. And so I know that I enjoy Sarah J. Maas's writing, and I am enjoying Throne of Glass. And so I might as well just keep up with the series so that when I finally do get around to getting caught up with the series, I will have all of the books to read. And this book is huge. Let me just tell you that. It is gigantic. And I just like big books. They're great. Basically what the Throne of Glass series is about it's about a girl named Selena who is an assassin, and she has been arrested. And then the prince comes and tells her one day that he will let her go if she is able to win a fight to the death with the world's best assassins and fighters and stuff like that. And so it's basically about that. And I'm obviously not going to tell you what this one's about because, one, I don't know what this book is about because I haven't read it yet, and it's also the 5th book in the series. So, yeah, but I'm very excited to get into this one, and I now am pretty sure I own all of Sarah J. Maas's books because, you know, I have a problem. So I'm very excited to hopefully soon get up to this book and be able to read it and be caught up on the Throne of Glass series. That would be pretty great. And finally, the last 3 books that I picked up this month were the first 3 books in the Selection series by Kara Cass. They are The Selection, The Elite, and The One. And I know that these aren't all of the books in the series, but they came in a box set at my local bookstore and they were pretty cheap, and I was like, I might as well pick them up. I really want to read this series, and so I decided to pick up the first 3. I have not read them yet, but I'm very excited to read them. I've heard a lot of really good things about this series, and yeah, so I'm very excited to get into these. So from what I know about this series, I'm not entirely sure, but from what I know, it's about a girl named America Singer who is entered into a competition of some sorts to win the prince's heart against a bunch of other girls. That is pretty much all that I know about this series, but I'm very excited to get into it and read it and see what I think about it. So these were the 8 books that I managed to pick up over the months of September and October, and like I've said, I have read some of them, but I haven't read all of them, and I'm very excited to get into all of them and read them all and see what I think about all of them. So yeah, that's about it for my September/October book haul. I really hope that you guys enjoyed it. If you did, you can give it a big thumbs up, and I would really appreciate that. Comment down below what you're reading right now, because I would love to know. I am currently reading Red Rising, as I mentioned, and I am also currently reading The Haters by Jesse Andrews. And I'm really loving both of those books, but I would love to know what you guys are currently reading. And you can subscribe to my channel if you want to be told when I make new videos. I would really appreciate that as well. And yeah, that's about it for this video today. I'm Tegan, this is Bookwormia, and I will see you guys next time. Bye everybody, it is Tegan here again today. Long time no see. I haven't made a video in over a week and I miss it, and it's the reason